Catch this rhythm. You feel that? That's called playerism. I'm on the scene, a player clean, poker face, 4 queens. I got 4 of a kind on everything. Dig this, living elite. I don't feel complete without kicking at my feet in a Rolls Royce every week. Baby, this is deep. Listen close when I speak. I need to at least, cause I'm too much. I'll be a fool if I love him, You'll be a fool if you trust him, Here with my niggas, we keeping it gangsta. Yeah, I'm a slayer, I'm just keeping it player. I'm fucking her now, we're man eating it later. That's maybe why he is a hater. I'm wearing all black like I'm being a raider. You talk to police, we call you a traitor. I'm running the city, they call me for favors. I'm running the city, they call me the mayor. Lyrical Whitney, my sweet presidential. She give me the canary diamonds as I'm flying Canary Islands on a one-way. Fresh Easter Sunday, yes, I touched the runway. I'm blessed, she looks like she just left the runway. She wanna stay with me in this Disney fantasy and never go home like a runaway.
I'll be up before the daylight, that's why I'm getting paid, right? I'll be all in. I work hard and play hard until I hit the graveyard. I'll be all in.
I am going to be who I truly am because I am remarkable. And I'm going to strive every moment to show the greatest part of who I am. Peace to the Saints by request of a member at thesassin.com. That's THESASN.com. He said, Marquett, I'm in university. I need some game. I'm trying to catch me some of these chicks slipping in university. Oh, no problem. I went to university two times, bachelor's and a master's degree. And I did work. I really earned that bachelor's in every sense of the word bachelor. So what I want to do is help you with some fundamentals. And I also want to give you a better mindset in terms of how to think about your particular situation as a university student, not only as someone who's trying to, meet some women, but also understanding this as a stage in your life and telling you what's to come as a more mature person who's experienced more of life, the best of life, in fact. So anyways, let's go ahead and get to this work. By the way, you can support the work using the information below. As you may be aware, the Google Corporation, which owns YouTube, has demonetized and banned me. In addition, Patreon is basically blocking my videos. We have TikTok gave me an account warning that they're going to shut down my account, and PayPal has stopped my link from working. So this is the best information. I also added a new link in that you can use to support the work, and you basically send that direct. So we got those options for you. A couple things I want to earmark for you all. Number one, you have to understand that university is a very important experience in your life, not only for the education, but also with regards to women and your greatest opportunity to select from women who are young, fertile, in good shape, and have a lower amount of miles on them. And by lower, I mean lower than when they get older. My recommendation to you all is that, give me a second, let me get some nutcases out of the live chat. And I want to encourage my moderators to be aggressive. But they'll have less miles than they would when they're older. My recommendation for you gentlemen is that you, if you're going to marry and procreate with a woman, ideally you meet her between age 18 to 24. After that, 25 and older is less than ideal. There are a lot more unfortunate experiences that she may have had. And so you get the woman who has all the aforementioned good qualities, and most importantly, hasn't suffered a lot of trauma, a lot of bad experience, and doesn't have attachment to a lot of dudes, which is mostly what you guys are going to be suffering. She's, been poked every which way, and unfortunately has a lot of, soul ties with guys who, some of which are not good people and don't care anything about her. Now, so let me give you some short and sweet pieces. And mind you, if you need an elaboration on game in general, approaching women, selecting women, getting the upper hand in the relationship, which women you should want to procreate and marry with, how to prepare for divorce even before you've even gotten married, and obviously don't get married legally, you can check out the Big Game Conference, which is the one course that I have on all things women. You're going to absolutely love it. You go to school.com/Marquett, click classrooms. So a couple of things. Number one, the most basic experience that you're guaranteed to have in university is class. Generally, you're not going to talk during class. So that means that you're going to leverage the fact that you're seeing this chick on a regular basis and that there's some level of familiarity, but also you all have the joint goal of achieving in the classroom. And this allows you to pop the question of, would you like to do a study group? So you set up a study group. It could be one-on-one. It could be you, her, and some other chicks. Me, I never invited dudes. That's just me. But do what you do. But I think you'd be wise to invite either just her or her and some other girls. And the beautiful thing about it is, being that you're young, good-looking people, there's always the assumption of interest or that something might pop off. What you're really doing is putting yourself in position. I talk a lot about people, places, and positions, not just with regards to relationships, but in general. And at the end of the day, if you're a man of merit, you are only presenting yourself. You're giving her the option to take you up on the good offer that you are. And so really, you're just giving her more opportunity to soak you up. So the study group really operates as a medium through which you can legitimately study, but also through which she becomes more familiar with you, and thereby is either going to fall to your charm or not. And that's okay. You have to realize that when you're dealing with women in relationships, all you're really considering is the possibility of finding alignment, whether it's alignment between, what you are and her interests in a man in terms of, height, physical build, charm, what have you, or otherwise. You're just trying to, find that alignment. So anyways, that's the number one. And in my opinion, that is the easiest. And remember, in either case, you're just going to say yes or no. If they say no, you don't die. You get to keep living. So that's number one, the study group. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend against inviting dudes. Highly recommend you invite her one-on-one, because that's going to make it more clear. If you happen to invite other women, no problem. But the one-on-one makes it a little bit more clear. And if she says no, you already know you're out the game. Jump ship, move on to the next. Second one, which I really enjoy, is the dining commons. And again, this is a unique experience that you'll never get really. There won't be any other version of this in adult life. The dining commons is awesome because generally the dining commons is going to be near, where she lives, right? Most large campuses will have several dining commons, and people will frequent one either based on where they live on campus or based on the particular diet that they have. So if you're seeing her at the dining commons, 9 out of 9, you're going to see her again and again, again. And that's great. You get to wear her down over time. And mind you, I'm starting from not what's the most effective, because we haven't defined your goal. Your goal could be a relationship, could be procreation, it could be intercourse, it could be, financial extraction, could be many things. We're just starting with the basic things. That means you're guaranteed to, have to have conversation with this young lady, because you're in the same place at the same time, and you can make it seem as though it just happened to happen. The best thing is when you don't have to, walk straight up to her and start spitting game, where you can kind of ease in and it feels like serendipity. You just happen to cross paths with each other, and there's some flow and there's some smoothness. Khadija writes, "Where's my membership?" Due to me speaking out against the genocide, the Google corporation that owns YouTube has demonetized me, and they've removed all forms of revenue. There's no ad revenue. There's no memberships. There's nothing. Even the money that I've already earned this month, which I use to pay out my video editors, all those great clips that you guys see, all that money is being retained by the Google corporation as punishment for supporting the Palestinian cause. So that's what happened. And that has been my punishment for doing so. And that's why if you would like to support, please do use the information below. Thank you for asking that. And thank you for having supported. And for those of you who do support and would like to continue supporting, and most importantly, if I end up getting completely banned from the platform, you'll be able to maintain contact at thesassin.com. That's THESASN.com. And you can click join. I'll drop the link right here for those who want to stay connected to the movement. There it is right there. Boom. Okay, very good. And, I'll probably do a live on this later, but you may be aware that Google accepted a very large sum of money from Israel to basically push propaganda and also stop people from exercising freedom of speech. It's just a point of fact. It has been my channel, along with many other channels, that has suffered as a result. And I thank you all who actually support. So many people watch and they freeloaded for years, but thank you to those who are members and those who really support. People say that they oh, I love the work. Like, do you really? So thank you very much. Let's go ahead and continue on with this game. So the dining comments. There are so many small opportunities that you have in the dining comments, such as when you're waiting in line for food, strike up the conversation. When you're waiting in line for food, here's a simple one like, oh yeah, have you tried X, Y, and Z dish? Fill in the blank. It doesn't matter, because what you don't realize is that it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. And it's really not about the words coming out of your mouth. It's about you making the contact so that she can accept you or not accept you. And so you're just giving her an opportunity to engage. And in lack of opportunity, you'll never win, which is to say, if you don't shoot the shot will never go in. So all you're doing is opening up the opportunity. One of the worst things that you guys can do is to overthink, which is not a masculine thing. Men are of action. It's the women that think twice, think 3 times, think 5 times, and decide to either not do anything or to be super nervous while they're doing it. So there you go. Carrying on. Let me acknowledge some of the folks supporting the work. Shout out to Brad. He writes, AKA Mr. Buck. Okay, for sure. Shout out to Mr. Buck. I acknowledge Charlie writes, tuition for the game. Yes, sir. I also acknowledge Bryant writes, for the best game on the internet, Peace of the Saints by far, right? And I really live it out here. Shout out to Wayne. Writes, Peace of the Saints, tuition. I also acknowledge Robera writes, Peace of Saints, thank you for the game. I also acknowledge Wayne. He writes, have you tried using Kick, the streaming platform? I haven't tried that. I'll make a note of that. I did look at the website. It was not immediately intuitive as to how to get started. Maybe a bit suspicious, but I have heard of it, so I will check into it. Shout out to the ballers. Melvin writes, this is to show I wasn't just talking. I'm down to ride, die, and fry for you. You are family, Peace of Saints. I appreciate you. Shout out to Melvin. Shout out to the young bulls out there. I also acknowledge Mr. Rhodes. Writes, Peace of the Saints. I'm 21. After I graduate high school, I went straight to working instead of college. Do you recommend I go back to school to get that social and dating experience I missed out on? No, sir. I've been considering going back. Nah, I wouldn't say for the reasons that you identified. Shout out to Akash, writes, tuition, Peace of the Saints. I appreciate you. I also acknowledge Young Carlos, writes, support came in via Venmo. And may I also acknowledge Justin, writes, Peace of the Saints. What's the best way to extract money from your woman? Or excuse me, your women? I have no issue having them pay for meals, but I would like them to start sending me money, pay for items, etc. Well, number one is dealing with a woman that's really about you, because the truth is women are not about money unless they're traumatized, and many unfortunately are. But if they're not traumatized women and they're really about you, whatever you need, they're going to give you, and it's out of love. And so the key is to have a woman who really loves you, and then to identify what your need is, and then she's going to engage that. And that may be a matter of selection, but also it's certainly a matter of letting the need be known. We have so many mentally ill people in here. It's crazy. Anyways, carrying on. Okay, looks like we're caught up there. And so we got the dining commons. So we got study group from class, number 1, dining commons, number 2, number 3 is groups. Groups are hugely important in college because people are young and they're still finding their identity. And one of the major ways people find identity is joining groups, associations. You might be in the Christian club, might be in the Black Student Association, you might be in a fraternal organization, you might be in the fencing club, or you might be taking social classes, a dance class, might be taking a boxing class, might be taking a swimming class. Those are different ways that you meet people, and that's specifically what those things exist for. Of course, it exists for the hobby, but more importantly, it exists to bring you together with people of similar interests and similar values. You should certainly take advantage of those things, and many of them provide for inevitable contact. Here's the thing that I really want to emphasize to you guys in college. If you're not talking to a lot of women, you are losing, and you are a loser. Okay, so don't lose and don't be a loser, because the very worst thing you could do is to graduate university, go into the working world, which, by the way, you're starting at the bottom again, and then try to get a woman then, because you are not supposed to sleep with your colleagues. Going out on the weekends and dating is very expensive. So you'd be a fool to waste college, which provides you for, fertile plains, to waste that time and then wait until after college, where you're not constantly surrounded by women. Some of the women you are regularly surrounded by, you work for or work with, and you're going to catch a case or get fired for dealing with them. Or you have to go into the expensive dating market and buy drinks every weekend and go to places you don't really want to go to, like bars. So you'd be a fool to waste this time of your life. The best thing you can do, like, for example, at Boston University, I talk about mindset. And if you're not talking to a lot of women in college, it's not because you don't have the game. It's because you don't have the mindset. You don't have the confidence. And you also don't know how to look at opportunity and seize it. And you're concerned about what other people think. And these people don't matter at all. So I highly recommend you use Boston University to get your mindset right. Sometimes you're looking at the symptom, but you need to look at the root issue. College, you're all young. You don't have kids. You don't have ex-husbands. You don't have like all these pieces of baggage. The idea that you're not able to capitalize in that market, which is the easiest market you will ever be in. And the women are young, so many of them are single. So if you're failing in that market, there's something just extraordinarily wrong that I highly recommend that you solve immediately. Because you can't get a do-over on college, however much you would like to have a do-over. Shout out to Safety First, just support it using the new link that we have in the description. I appreciate that. And as well, Brandon, shout out. And for the folks who are international and they're saying that they're not able to use Venmo, this is a great opportunity for those folks. So I appreciate you all. And may I also acknowledge John, writes, appreciate the content and game. Stay dangerous. Got to out here, man. It's getting wild. Shout out to Juan. He writes, peace of saints. I think one of the things I missed the most about university was spitting game to random women. Exactly. I kind of want to go visit the university now just to spit game. And you can. I mean, there was times at Berkeley, because it's a very open campus, that I gamed up a chick and only to find out she didn't even go to the college. Shout out to Davion, writes, peace of saints for the game. Absolutely. Shout out to Roland, supporting the work. Good to see you again, but in a little while. Okay, fantastic. Looks like we are caught up, except for Mr. Irving writes, I sent you a DM on IG. I'd like to connect. Okay, I don't know what you mean precisely by connect. I will have to check that another time. You have to maybe send it again to boost it up to the top, assuming it hasn't been archived. So do send that again, and like be more specific, please, because you have to remember, like, you're a stranger. So when you say connect, it's like, well, connect for what? Like, who are you? Like, what do you mean? Like, are you a woman or something? Like, what do you mean connect? Anyways, like, it's like, are you a member? Like, you got to give context. I just want you guys to be aware. Like, I'm not ever at home sitting like thinking, oh, I want to go connect with a random grown man. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, ladies and saints, it's been a pleasure to have this time to fellowship with you all. This one was made for a member who requested it. If you're a member at thesassin.com, THESASN.com, you're on the proper tier, you request a video. Here we show up and we give you the game. It's been a pleasure. Until next time, peace of the saints.